Hey guys, what is going on? It is Brutal here, and today I'm on the official Castle Class YouTube channel, bringing you guys a video of an evolved level 200 maxed out Arctica. So, well, it's maxed out besides crest level, or inscription level, and overall level, I guess. It is first evolved and 10 of 10. So it's going to be bringing you guys really good gameplay to kind of determine if this hero is going to be something you're into or not. So at 10 of 10, this hero deals damage equal to 300% attack to enemies in the front, freezing them for 3 seconds and buildings for 5 seconds, removing all buffs. The hero is also inherited with a level 5 Condemnation, which is really good, and we're going to be running on him a 4 of 8 life drain to keep him alive, and a 5 of 5 bulwark as a crest, because bulwark is a great crest in general, but this hero's hit points and attack rates pretty similar to Multanica, and as a lot of us know, Multanica is really good hero to have with a life drain or a bulwark or war god to make him proc stronger, of course, and not only that, but to keep him alive. That's why bulwark's a really good option, has more hit points and more attack. That life drain too is going to be doing a really good job at keeping him alive. So one more thing to mention is this is a developer account for the game. If anything seems off, that is why. So like stuff that's not been released yet officially, that's why. So it's not a hacked account, it is simply a developer account. But let's get into it. We're going to be showing off Arctica in various game modes such as raiding, dungeons, Lost Battlefield, Lost Realm, and Here Be Monsters. So let's start off just by doing a quick little proc test to see his range. So I want to find a good amount of bases, not amount of bases, but a good base where we can easily see his range going across the base, because his range is absolutely crazy. Alright, this one should work pretty well, I would say. So we're gonna go ahead and drop him followed by Cupid just to get him proccing a little quicker. And as you see right there, that's definitely not his full potential, but that proc was still really long. Let's see if we can get a better one off right there, and look at that. That is probably a solid close to 12 walls. Look, once again, probably a solid close to 12 walls being completely covered by his proc. And the amount or the distance of his proc is not affected by his actual skill level. So 1 of 10, he's going to be proccing that long or that far, and he's just insane in general. So his proccing ability is going to be super useful in insane dungeons, expert dungeons, and things that just have magic towers in general, because as all of you know who are at the insane dungeons, or if you've seen videos on insane dungeons, the magic towers are pretty crazy. You pretty much have to get those things frozen right in the beginning with your snowstorm, but if you have an Arctica, you're going to be continuing to have these towers frozen as long as he procs in the right direction, of course. So let's move on to a different dungeon. Let's actually go ahead and get some proper heroes in. Let's put in Minotaur, and we don't really need Druid, so let's put in Warlock. So that should be a pretty decent team. Let's go ahead and go into it. And actually, a good hero for dungeons is tanks. So let's go ahead and put in our double evolved Paladin to serve as a tank, of course. So this, we're going to go ahead and attack. I would say we could probably attack from the bottom. It doesn't matter much. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and attack from the bottom, leading with our double evolved Paladin and followed by everybody else. So let's go ahead and drop everything else and check out his proc. So he looks to be at full, but Minotaur knocked everything out. But as you see from right here in the spawn, he's freezing towers in the dead center of the base. That is definitely going to be beneficial. We'll see it right there. As you see, froze all this stuff right in front of him, making a quick little pathway for either Pumpkin Duke to get proccing again, to give your heroes extra boosts in damage and speed, of course, to make the dungeon, go quicker and an easier completion. His proc and him being able to freeze these towers is going to be so beneficial, just in the simple reasoning that it's pretty much, in essence, a second snowstorm. As you see, we're not using it because I don't want to, cover up his ability, but let's go ahead and do a different one. So we'll go ahead and start off, of course, with our Paladin and see how it goes. A little tip for insane dungeons: look at that proc, is always save your Guardian Angel as long as you can. So if you got a pretty insane tank, you don't really need to use it immediately, and you can use it in times like right there. But as you see how much he's covering, he does have a 6-second cooldown, which is in essence his only downfall, because he's still going to be continuously freezing these buildings, which of course is postponing your heroes being attacked, and heroes too. So it's going to be postponing your heroes being taking damage from these towers, which in insane dungeons either stun the crap out of you or have insanely high garrisons and arrow towers and just completely melt your heroes to the ground and kill them. But we saw right there what he does in dungeons. This account does sadly not have Insanes unlocked just yet, but if they did, we could definitely easily tell how great he is in those. But let's go ahead and move on to Lost Battlefield. So, Lost Battlefield right here, and we can get a solid 10 gems, which we might as well collect. But let's go off and go ahead and edit our setup, because we need to go ahead and get him in a team. We'll go ahead and put him in a team with Multanica and just put him dead center right here. So level 200 is obviously going to be crazy. We're going to be focusing on his proc range to see exactly what he's doing. And I don't have time to make the best teams because I want to get this video out quick. But let's just see how he's going to be affected in this. We probably should have put a Cupid in. I wasn't thinking too far, but hopefully he can still get a proc off, and he should be able to right here. Vlad kind of stole his glory. I got those teams messed up a bit. I was not thinking straight enough. But we'll go ahead and fix that right after this one, which as you see, we got our candy cane right there looking all nice. Helping out, also level 200, but let's go ahead and do this one more time, and I'll be smarter about it. So let's go ahead and form team. Let's go ahead and take him out and put Cupid in, because we don't want Vlad stealing the glory from our wonderful Arctica. So let's go ahead and just put in Cupid right there, and just for the second team, let's go ahead and put Harpy Queen and take this Pally out and put in Vlad. So, okay, let's get into another one. We'll, of course, start out with our Arctica team. And, of course, we're going against heroes that are so much lower than us. But at least we'll get to see his proc most likely. As you see, he's going to be freezing pretty much their entire team. So, in essence, it's another stun hero, but it's a freeze. So he's going to be pretty much stunning or freezing their entire team. Once again, giving your heroes better of a chance to go ahead and get procking and everything like that. And we're actually getting destroyed right here, but Vlad's going to go ahead and wipe that out. So he's just really good for all these modes. His purpose, of course, is pretty much the same throughout with his, stunning ability, which of course is his proc. But let's go ahead and do a Here Be Monsters R. First, let's go ahead and make sure we have some better Here Be Monster heroes in. So take out Pally, we're going to go ahead and need a Druid. And let's go ahead and start off with HBMR to go ahead and see what he's going to be doing in Here Be Monsters. This is one thing I can't show, but this hero for HBM3 is crazy. This hero not only is going to be stunning the heroes, it stuns the bosses as well. So it's going to be stunning the boss that comes at R5. It's going to be stunning the demon that comes in HBM3. It's just crazy. I am insanely jealous of this hero at the moment because he is hard to get. And though everyone's really complaining he is an events hero, they really shouldn't be, because if this hero was super open, it would be just insane. It's just such a really overpowered hero, honestly, that it needs to be harder to get, because if everyone had it, it would just, I don't know exactly, okay, but he is really good, and he kind of needs to be a bit more limited. But let's go ahead and check out what he's going to be doing. If he can get a solid proc off, he could knock out pretty much the entire wave, or at least stop him. So he's going to be procking on nothing, because that's my luck. But he's also going to be really great for the heroes that come in HBM 2, 3, the Reapers, the Multanicas, that really are your biggest threat. And I'm not even talking about the big Multanicas. I'm just talking about the ones that come every round. The Reaper destroys you if Mult procs, your base is destroyed. So with Arctica setting at a back position, he's going to be able to get the ability to go ahead and freeze them to get, Vlad most likely a chance to proc and knock him out. And with this 5/5 bulwark, he's also doing a crazy amount of damage and almost knocking him out as well. So we got a back spawn right here. Let's see how he holds up, which should, as you see, we got that molt right there, and our hero was still under cooldown and ended up missing him. So that isn't good. If Vlad can get that proc off. Oh, we got a dino. We're losing everybody. Okay. It freezes the dino as well, but that definitely wasn't the most ideal run, as we lost PD and Cupid. But let's go ahead and see how R5 turns out. And of course, we get another back spawn. But as you see, he is going to be freezing the boss, and that's going to be super beneficial. I believe we do have a healer alive, but it really isn't going to be doing that much. But just look at the damage they're going to be doing. If Vlad can actually get his proc off, and same with him, he's doing a solid 50,000 damage. And if we could end up knocking this out somehow, that would be crazy. See 39,000 damage right there. The stun's what killed us. But as you see, he's freezing the boss. He's doing pretty much everything you want him to do. And with that life drain, he's staying alive a bit longer. There's no way he's going to survive against that mass group of heroes right there. But he's definitely crazy. The other heroes on this base they're not evolved, and they're not the best of levels. So it's kind of easy to see why we died right there. But as you saw, what Arctica was doing, freezing that boss and dealing almost 50,000 damage, he is super, super, super beneficial, especially in terms of the demon in, say, HBM3. So let's see if we can. Nope, we got no battle alters to do. But let's just go ahead and only put in Arctica to see how he's going to be doing against these lower levels. So got a quick little text right there. We're going to be putting in. Nope, you know what? I changed my mind. We'll put in Cupid too, just to get him proccing a bit quicker. Alright, battle, and of course this is going to be like a quick little level 80s, but let's see what he's going to be doing against them pretty much by himself. So, as you see, that proc freezes him, knocks him out almost, and he's just an insane hero. Accompanied by Pumpkin Duke's, Frenzy, he is going to be, you know what I'm talking about. He's going to be doing so much more damage than he is now. He probably could have done a ton more damage to that boss if Pumpkin Duke would have been alive to support him and just give him more. So as you see, he's definitely not dying to these heroes. He's not doing the most damage right now, but he's staying alive and he's freezing them for a solid second or two, which I'm telling you right now, this hero is one of the first heroes in months we've gotten that's really useful across the game. This hero is going to be useful in HBM, going to be super useful by freezing the boss, the demon, super useful in insane dungeons for freezing your magic towers that are stunning you, for freezing the arrow towers that are completely melting you. It's going to be helpful in Lost Battlefield by freezing the entire enemy team if it of course procs in the right direction, and it's going to be helpful in Lost Realm for pretty much the same reason that kind of goes into Lost Battlefield, because they're really similar. Same with Torch Battle as well, and also same for Guild Wars. I mean, this hero's proc is really one of the first that has been beneficial across the board in a very long time, because that the stun ability or freeze ability is super, super beneficial. I'm saying that word way too much, but that ability is just going to be helping him out across the board. There's not really a single mode where you do not want to, stun or freeze your targets, because it's just buying you more time to wipe them out and ensure that you don't die. But that is pretty much it. We showed you him in rating, his insane range. I'll actually put a picture up right now, his range compared to Moltanica's. As you see, it's a very big difference. So we showed him off in raiding dungeons. I wish we could show him in insane dungeons, but as well as here be monsters, and we don't need to really show him anywhere else because it's pretty much getting repetitive. But as you see, he's an insane hero that I know I'm going to be going for, as well as many others, because this hero can definitely change your game. It'll be a great factor to your team, and I really can't see any reason Arctica would not be considered one of the greatest heroes in the game. So anyways, that's been that. I'm Bruhtal Tech, and I'm out. Peace.